Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary. I'm here today to do the weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, you're not at the end. I'm going to bounce you guys around for a bit. Anyways, this is for the week of April 10th through to the 16th, 2017. I've already cleansed my cards. I have them ready to go. I'll give them another quick shuffle. And I'd just like to say that I'm burning one of my candles from intuitivecandles.com. These are soy-based candles with a beautiful reveal at the bottom of the candle once it melts down. My aventurine stone, beautiful stones and minerals, my rose quartz, and my sunstone are the ones I've collected so far. This is my pendulum. So I can't wait to see what this one is going to hold, but I'll have to wait. Anyway, so it's just a beautiful smell. They're soy-based. They're incredible. Beautiful. Anyways, let's get right into the reading. This is a general reading for those of you that are new to the tarot community on YouTube. And what that means is that a couple thousand people are going to watch this video. And this reading is not going to hit home at 100% for all of them, for all of you. If you find, your interest has been piqued and you'd like to have a private reading, I offer that service. Information for that's found down below this video window in the description in the more area. Also, if you're new to YouTube or new to the channel, the red subscription button, if you click it, you'll be notified every time Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts any new video, and that way you will not miss anything. This is for Aquarius. That felt good. These are already been shuffled pretty good, so I'm going to stop right there because it felt good. There we go. Okay. Very first card in your weekly reading for April 10th through to the 16th, 2017. Aquarius, the Hangman, is in limbo. That's your Monday. Your Tuesday, the Hermit, all about contemplation. That's going to be an overlap from Monday. I can tell you that right now. Card number 3, Justice, seeking balance for your Wednesday. Your Thursday, oh no, the Vortex. It's all about temptation. I'm not saying a word. Your Friday is Strength, and it represents stability. Your Saturday, the King of Swords, and he's all about ambition. And your fifth, or your seventh and final card is, oh, what's he showing up here for? Proposals. It's the Knight of Cups. All right. Yeah, all right, that's them. Let's see what we got for Aquarius. The Hangman, in limbo on Monday, still hanging around and still waiting for decisions to be made and things that are completely out of your control. You're feeling like, and you are, for some of you, this is a general reading, and some of you feel like someone else is holding all the cards, somebody else has the say-so, somebody else is going to say when. Someone's going to say yes, someone's going to say no, all the things that you can come up with that are out of your control, things that you're waiting on. You've been waiting on, some of you, for a very, very, very long time. You can see that this guy here, just take the metaphor or the picture literally, he's gotten himself comfortable. He's tied up at the moment, literally, and there's not much he can do about it, really. So he's just kind of like, you know what? I think I'll just hang here. I'm going to get comfortable. It's going to be a while. And I'll accept anything that comes my way. And that's what he's doing. His muscles are very relaxed. His hands are opened to all the blessings that are coming down from his heaven above. But he's kind of put everything over into the hands of the universe and of the spirits and of the energies and of the destiny that belongs to him. This is a part where he has to step back. And there's nothing he can say about it, and there's nothing he can do about it at this time. This is for some of you, Aquarius. So there's a feeling of no forward movement that's going around, being stuck in a decision where some things are placed on hold for you at this time on this Monday. You thought that there was going to be a breakthrough or a word was going to come through, that things could, whatever it is you're wanting to happen and take place, but you find out you still have to wait a while yet. And you're very frustrated by that. Some of you may be tempted, because some of you may be saying, you may be approached and given a compromise on a situation as well. And the compromise is, you know, we can okay this and push this through now, but you're only going to get this much satisfaction out of it. But if you be patient and you wait, we're talking the world, whatever that situation is for you. So it's either, you know, go the mile or go the whole 9 yards. That's going to be your choice. But if you're looking for instant gratification, it's going to be there. Thing is, can you live with that down the road? You have to ask yourself that question. And now all of a sudden, that's too heavy. And you wish you were back in no control again and had no say over it because you want instant gratification and you know it's not the right thing to do. And suddenly you've been given the freedom to do that. Take your choice. And you're not going to like it. Either way, you're not going to be happy on Monday. You're going to feel under the gun. You're going to feel under the pressure. Keywords are waiting and time and frustration, sacrifice, insight, purpose, and viewpoints. The advice of the card is maybe trying to find another way to get around things. And if you do, you may gain some valuable insights. It's a chance you're going to take. Whatever that was all about. I wish tarot was a little more forthcoming today. The Hermit is your Tuesday, and it's all about contemplation. And these cards are, I'm almost sensing there's a story here, for heaven's sakes. This is an important time for quiet, for self-reflection. Maybe because of what's going on here, you decide to, I'm not making any decisions. I'm going to pull myself out of it and pull myself away. I'm going to go off on my own. I need to really, really, really think. Which tells me most of you are not going to take the instant gratification. You're going to wait. And this is where you're going to find the strength within yourself to know yourself on a deeper level. How much you can take. How much endurance you have. How long you can wait as long as it takes. For some of you, this is a personal relationship. One party wants to move forward. The other party saying, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. And torn. Because there are feelings that are very serious and very much strong feelings of real love. But you're not wanting to look any further than today or tomorrow. The other person is. The other person says, I know enough for both of us. And I've got enough love for both of us. I'm not worried. Let's take it to the next level. Let's become engaged. Let's get married. Let's cohabitate. This kind of a thing. And it's scaring you. And you really need to do soul searching. For some of you, Aquarians, never seen yourself as a settle down marrying type. That's for some of you. So this is really, really rocking your world and upsetting it a little bit. But you're going to go off to yourself so you can study and you can absorb all the things that have happened lately. The card is telling you, welcome this retreat. It's the best thing for you. Enjoy the time alone rather than feeling lonely. This is not about feeling lonely. Have faith that your spirit guides and your inner light is guiding you to where you need to be at this time. Any overwhelming relationships that may be hindering you in your personal space at this time as well. The card is here to suggest that you pull away from any overwhelming relationships that you don't see the good in. You don't see the purpose. These people just, I'm feeling this pulling in of stuff and situations and scenarios. And there's some people in your life that just seem to keep raking this stuff up over and all, and you are pretty much done with it. And you need a break and you need to get away from it. You need to find out, because you're feeling, I'm not on top of everything I should be on top of in my personal life. I should be the one that's in charge of everything that happens around me that affects me personally. I'm going to find myself, and I'm going to find the resolve and the wherewithal within myself, because I know it's there. And I'm going to straighten these messes out. Enough is enough. I don't have time for this. So you're looking for a new quality within yourself that you never believed was there, and lo and behold, of course you're going to find it. Some of you will go into a retreat to find the answers that you need, absolutely. And knowing yourself on a deeper level. Your keywords are thought and retreat, travel for some, inner journeys. And that's your Tuesday. That's some heavy stuff for a Tuesday. Your Thursday, or Wednesday, sorry, is justice, and she's all about finding balance. Balance in your world, in the real world. She shows up when a decision must be made. See, we're going right back to the first two cards again here. There's a theme here. Almost a graduation of sorts in your life is what's coming up. And I'm feeling not everything is meant to last forever, and you know that, and you knew this day was going to come where you'd have to make one decision or another, that it wasn't going to go on the way it's been going on all along. That could be for relationships or jobs, even friendships, projects, things that you may have started. You wanted to see through the end because you knew it wasn't going to last forever. That's part of what's going on here. The card is also here to say this is where your past can reflect onto your present and influence your future. If you've acted fairly in the past in a certain situation, only you know what that is or who you are. Only you know what that is, Aquarius. That if you've acted fairly in the past, this is going to catch up with you at this time and manifest itself in your present, which is going to have the domino effect in your future for what is to come. This card can also bring healing and closure as well for some of you out there. A healing and moving on from a broken heart, from a devastated broken heart. There will be a sense of healing and a sense of moving on. You're seeing the light again. You're starting to get a sense of hope. It's just a little niggle right now, a little spark. It's barely discernible, but you feel it there and you know it's there because it's been so long that you felt like your soul was wallowing in darkness. So any little fizzle of light is going to seem like a beacon to you at this time, which gives you a sense of hope so that you can carry on and move on with your life. Anybody looking for support at this time in any way, shape, or form, be it through job, be it through personal relationships, be it through friendship, be it through project, if you're needing support, now's the time to go after it, and it will be readily available to you. It'll come very, very easily, and you're feeling a big relief about that for some of you. Practical and realistic approaches right now to everything on this day are your best guides. Remain logical and practical. Your keywords are calm, decisions, integrity, truth, legal issues for some, support, and guess what? Vindications for other. And I hear, I was right. I was right the whole time. Coming back to things coming to light, you find out you were right the whole time about your suspicions. Okay, so your Thursday, the vortex, this is about temptation. Oh, this card is a loaded card. This card, there's so many ways this card can move. I'm still feeling temptation for instant gratification is going to be a struggle here. So that's where temptation comes in. But I'll get it off my chest right off the top here. This card normally indicates affairs of the heart. Somebody having an affair, someone stepping outside of a relationship, be it in a physical way or maybe even an emotional affair. This is something that comes to the surface. For those of you that have been under suspicion of such things, maybe you should investigate a little bit more. For those of you thinking about being tempted, you need to think really, really long and hard. And you know what the fairest end of this is. If you're thinking that way, you shouldn't be with anybody right now. If you've had your eye drawn to somebody else, a deep interest in somebody else, and you've just been kind of like floating along, it's time to Because here's the truth. If you were to stop the relationship you're currently in to chase this one, chances are it wouldn't work out. And the thing is, there'll be somebody else that comes along and has the same effect on you again down the road. So why don't you be kind to yourself and kind to the other person involved in your life and make a clean break while you can make a clean break without leading somebody on to believe that you're living happily ever after. If you're not sure about that yourself and you're the one that wants to do the leaving but you're not sure, you need to go off into your own little closet and do some real heavy thinking. And you have to decide, what is my life going to be like without this person with me? What is it going to be like if they're not with me? Am I ready for this? Am I ready to settle down? These are all fair questions you need to ask yourself. This is forever. You can ask any questions of yourself and have any doubts that you want, as long as you analyze them and you find the answers that you seek. For some people, this is an addiction. This is the card of addiction. And I'm talking addiction to people, addicted to love, addicted to alcohol, food, drugs, prescription drugs, just bad habits. This card covers it all. So anybody out there that can relate to the temptations that are there, you know, maybe somebody's given up smoking and they've been under a lot of stress in the past week and they're just about ready to cave. I'm not going to say a word on that either way. The card is just saying it is what it is, and it's there. Some of you are feeling tempted in a lot of ways. Some of you are feeling tempted of and I always bring this up because it's something that's very real that people don't realize, and that's the addiction to other people. And that has to be the worst of all. That and food. If you're addicted to food, if you're addicted to people, because you need people in your life and you need food in your life, so you need to be able to control everything. You have a sense of control. If you're addicted to a person, it's usually the most unhealthy relationship a person can find themselves in. You know, it's being addicted to love can be a wonderful thing, and being in love, but it's got to be a two-way street in order for it to end happily, correct? So you have to think about that too. You have to be realistic. And how many of you, probably not many, just a few, are experiencing a bondage of sorts by your drug of choice, your addiction of choice, or your person that you are addicted to as well. There's some bondage going on here. And this is on your Thursday. Somebody's going to have to deal with this on their Thursday. It's not going to be pleasant. Anguished Thursday. When you feel anguish, your decision's already been made to end whatever it is. That's where the anguish comes in at. So you've made the decision, even though you consciously haven't been there, but the reason you're feeling distraught, feeling stressed out, feeling nerved out, feeling strung out, is because the decision's been made to not follow through with that which has you addicted. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why you're so miserable, because you made the right choice. That will pass. This too shall come to pass. You'll look down the road a week from now and go, wow, did I ever come close? And that's that. Your Friday, excuse me, the strength represents stability. Stability on this Friday. I love this guy, because you can see the intent in his face and what he's doing. He's freeing those fish, ripping that fishing net open with his bare hands. It's beautiful. Excuse me. Here we go with the coughing. All right, guys, knock it off. This card is telling you, for some of you, you're going to need to have a lot of strength in the face of any conflict that comes up on your Friday. Some of you may be feeling overwhelmed as well. What opposes you is lower than you are. And you need to have the confidence to get through a certain situation. You could be shaken by somebody else projecting their fears onto you, or their intimidation. There's some intimidation going on here. Somebody trying to throw their weight around a little bit. Some people can do that and kill you with kindness at the same time. Don't be so trustworthy on this Friday. So it could be the one person you think, oh, I can just relax with them, I'm fine. It may not be the person you want to do that with. There could be ulterior motives going on. You got to stand your ground. And you need to know that anything that opposes you is lower than you are. That is the dark, and you are the light. And the light illuminates and eliminates the darkness. Any darkness in your life at all, you stay within the truth and stay within your own integrity. And you can't go wrong. You won't go down the wrong path. You won't. Destiny's not going to lead you down the wrong path. You're making a conscious, responsible decision for yourself to be sucked in or not by somebody else. Always do your background work, your homework. Always read between the lines. Get clarification on what is being brought forward, and anything that's lower than you are, you're going to walk away with the upper hand because you did the right thing. Actually, you could actually even show compassion to this other person, which will disarm them. They won't know what to expect. They won't be expecting that you're going to be really, really nice about the attack that they just made on you. Take the higher moral ground. You're the one in the driver's seat. You're way up here. They're wallowing down here in the dark. Feel sorry for them is what you can do. Some of you as well, this card represents the literal return and vitality of health, wealth, and strength. Not wealth, but health and strength. Somebody that's been ill, somebody that's been bedridden, somebody that's been a long time getting over whatever it is that afflicted them. And now there's a spark of hope. It's like you haven't been able to walk for 2 years, and all of a sudden you're standing, and it feels wonderful. And you know what's coming in the future. You're going to walk again. It's profound to that level. Courage, risk, and vitality are your keywords for this card. And take the higher moral ground. Some of you actually, just to throw in at the very end of this card, some of you are being tested. It's your integrity, your morality that's being looked at and tested. Don't be surprised, but that is going to be a shock because it will come out in the end. Everything always does. Your Saturday is the King of Swords. He's all about ambition. So this is a man who's very, very clever. This could be an actual person. I'm feeling it's an actual person. And you're going to recognize him by the qualities that he has. He is very clever. He's a strong, strong leader. People automatically beeline for him when they're looking for some leadership or some advice. This guy has it all going on. He's in the business world. He's a great strategist. So if you need a strategy to conquer a problem or to attack something or to grow with something or how to make something thrive and bloom, this guy will have a strategy for you. It's all common sense to him. Where we get all befuddled up here by too many options and too many choices, he sees the logic and everything is plain as day to him. He's the one that you want to go to. He's your go-to guy. He's very charming. He can exert pressure if he needs to. He knows people like at, City Hall, a list as long as his arm, you might say, right? Influential people. He can exert pressure. He can make stuff happen. He's really, really good at that. For some of you, some legal issues may need your attention at this time as well. The King card can bring a logical approach to everything. So even the energy of logic. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition at this time. It's going to serve you quite well. And logic is going to be forefront and center. Emotionality is going to be removed. So it's all about logic on this Saturday. Your keywords are balance and decision, strength, justice, and support as well. It's time to pay the piper, I just heard. Time to pay the piper. It's time to do the dance. All right. Sunday, your final card in this weekly reading, the Knight of Cups, all about proposals. Now, this guy here, he looks pretty harmless, eh? He's a charming fella, and he's well-liked. Here's the thing with him, though. He's always got a proposal for somebody. It's part of his makeup. That's what he's recognized at. When people see him coming, they see, oh, boy, here he comes. And some will smirk to themselves, and some will chuckle and go, oh, I wonder what kind of grand scheme he's come up with today. That he's going to try to hose me in through. Here's the thing with this guy. This guy, he believes his own stories. He believes his own lies, his own fantasies, and he tries to get you on board to go for the ride with him, which usually means there's going to be a piece of you involved in this that's going to get cut or burned if it doesn't pan out. So the thing, he's funny. He's a funny guy. He's well liked, but nobody ever takes him seriously. There could be a 1 in 10 chance that on this day, he actually brings you a little tidbit, a crumb of we'll say prosperity, which can cover a whole lot of things. And he may actually have something for you that's worth checking out. Don't devote yourself to him. Don't sign on the dotted line with this guy. Don't tell him no. Whatever he brings to you and proposes, tell him, I can't answer you right now, and don't tell him why. And the reason being is you need to think on this. You need to do some investigative work. For others, I see one female being, he's down on one, there's a male down on one bended knee, and he's looking up at a female saying, please marry me. Please marry me. I love you. Please marry me. And you're laughing to yourself, and you're not even flattered because from your understanding, 3 months ago, he did the same thing to somebody else. So you find the humor in that, and you think he's charming, and you think he's cute, and he's lovable, but nobody ever takes him seriously. Keep your eye open for this guy on a Sunday. He could even be a salesman coming to your door. Yes, on a Sunday. Okay? So you have to be very, very careful. Have your wits about you. Anyways, Aquarius, that was your reading for the week of April 10th through to the 16th, 2017. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it resonated with some of you out there. I'd like to say thank you, extend my thanks to all the subscribers on the Bea Fundy Fortune channel, also in my Facebook group as well, on Facebook under Bea Fundy Fortune, so you're all welcome to join us there. It's a great group. We have a lot of fun. It's highly interactive, too. You know, it was quiet for a long time, and now everybody's very comfortable with everybody else. I call them my Fun Day family, because that's what they are. They're a great group of people. I wouldn't have it any other way, only the best of the best. So, anyways, I'd like to say thank you for all your likes, your shares, your thumbs up, your thumbs down. I love your comments. Leave as many as you like. I always respond to those as well. Also, I can be found not just on Facebook under Bea Fundy Fortunes. I can be found on Twitter and Blogspot and Google as well. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'll see you guys in a week. From my heart to yours, I wish you the best week from the 10th to the 16th. And if anybody's ever looking for me, you know where you can find me. You can find me right here or walking along the water's edge of the mighty Bay of Fundy. And I'm always searching and waiting on the next high tide. We'll see y'all in a week. Bye-bye.